Okay, in this class we are going to discuss. About some of the cell organelles which are present in the cell. Okay, that are one is a Golgi complex. Complex. And second one is a lysosomes. So first of all we will discuss about these two, and we have vacuoles. Okay. So first Golgi apparatus. There are Golgi complex, or it is called as a Golgi complex. So Golgi complex is a special structure. So it is discovered by Golgi. So that's why in the name of Golgi, that structures, that organelles, call it as a Golgi complex, Golgi apparatus. It is a complex structure. A membranous tubules arranged into one structure. Okay, so a sac, it is like it all together. It forms one structure. It has some tubular membranous tubules are present inside of it. Okay, where from it originates means, so sometimes the Golgi complex originated from the endoplasmic reticulum. One sense. Okay, so if you observe the structure of Golgi complex, it looks like a tubular form. Likewise, so it is packed in one structure like arrangement. It has surrounded by fluid filled sacs, which are known as a vesicles. Okay, this plays a key role in the structure of Golgi apparatus. Okay, so it is the structure. In between the layers, you can observe an empty space, that is also called as a lumen. Okay, so this most important. It is look like one structure. Inside of the structure, you can observe membranous parts, membranous arrangement. So it is packed in one structure. So it is surrounded by a fluid filled vacuum, full sacs. That sacs are known as a vesicles. Okay, so this plays main role. Golgi complex can play main role in the form of secretion. Okay, so ribosomes can synthesize proteins. Not only proteins by the protein synthesized by the ribosomes and sent to the cytoplasm. If we want to move other parts of the cell, ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ సెల్ ఉంది, మనకి ఇక్కడ రైబోసోమ్స్ మనకు ప్రోటీన్ సెక్రెట్ చేస్తాయి. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ నుంచి అది అదర్ పార్ట్స్ కి వెళ్ళాలంటే ఇట్ వాంట్ టు మూవ్ అదర్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ది సెల్, it will sent out through the Golgi complex. Okay, so in other sense, this Golgi complex will send near the some of the cell organelles, waste material, some of the substances, not only proteins but some substances also packed by the Golgi complex. How? First, which want to move the substance, which substance want to move it from one place to another place of the cell. First of all, it was filled by the vesicles. Okay, it will filled by vesicles, and then the vesicles gives to the inner part of the Golgi complex. Okay, and it will take that one and it will transfer that material or substance or protein in other part of the cell. Are you understand?
Yes,
the first vesicles అనేటివి దాన్ని కలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని ఫిల్ అవుతాయి. ఫిల్ అయిన తర్వాత వాటిని మన Golgi కాంప్లెక్స్ ఉన్నటువంటి ట్యూబ్యూల్స్ అనేవి కలెక్ట్ చేసుకుని తర్వాత అదర్ పార్ట్ సెండ్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. Some of the, for example, lysosomes can collect waste materials also. So it will be transferred through the Golgi apparatus near the cell membrane. And if you observe, here is the Golgi apparatus. It will collect the lysosomes and it will send out through the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane. It plays a main important role. Packing of the substances and move from the one part to another part of the cell, and sometimes it will secrete through the plasma membrane of the cell. Okay na? So waste materials ఏమైనా ప్రొడ్యూస్ అయినప్పుడు ఆ సబ్స్టెన్సెస్ అన్ని కూడా సెల్ లో నుంచి బయట పంపించబడాలి. అలా పంపించబడాలి అంటే మధ్యలో మనం గాల్జీ కాంప్లెక్స్ అనేది మనకు ఇంపార్టెంట్ గా ఇట్ విల్ ప్లే ఏ కీ రోల్. ఓకే, సో next important role is it are sometimes the plasma membrane repair the plasma membrane. Means plasma membrane synthesized by the proteins and the lipids. Okay, if there is any damage in the plasma membrane, so the proteins will be sent out that region and the plasma membrane will be get into repair by these Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex. In other case, sometimes, so Golgi complex can do that secretion, main function of the packing of the substances and secretion by this Golgi complex, that is secretion of proteins like enzymes and hormones also secreted by the Golgi complex. You look at this once again. Golgi complex was discovered by the identified by the Camino Golgi. So in 1898, Camino Golgi identified Golgi apparatus in the cell. So it look like a packed structure surrounded by fluid-filled vesicles. So it plays main role, and the vesicles will collect some of the substances or proteins which is produced by the ribosomes, and it will transfer to the Golgi complex, and it will send out from the one place to another place of the cell. Okay, in other cells, plasma membrane get repaired by the Golgi apparatus, and also it will perform secretion like proteins and enzymes and hormones. All enzymes and hormones are proteins. All the proteins are not enzymes and hormones. Just identify. Just mind the bed. Okay na? So ఇక్కడ proteins అన్నాం. Proteins ఇవన్నీ కూడా proteins ఏ. Okay na? అన్ని proteins enzymes hormones అవ్వవు. But అన్ని కూడా సెక్రెట్ కావాలంటే Golgi complex ద్వారానే జరగాలి. అర్థమైందా? You understand? Yes, sir. Okay, so this is a Golgi complex. Okay, so this is about the Golgi complex. Are you understand this? Yes, sir. Any doubt? No, sir. No? So it is a very important organelle present in the cell. Okay, you must know the functions and the structure of this one. If you observe from these vesicles act sometimes if it is separated by the Golgi complex, so it will act as a lysosome. Very important cell organelle, and lysosome. So we will discuss in this class. Okay. Next cell organelle, lysosomes. Lysosomes are the important role. These lysosomes sometimes rises from the structure of Golgi complex. Okay, so endoplasmic reticulum to Golgi apparatus to lysosome. These are the common have a common arrangement. It means it can originated in single organelle or in single structure. Are you understand? ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఒక భాగం నుంచి మనకి విడబడినట్టుగా ఉంటాయి అని చెప్పి మనం అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. So now we want to discuss about lysosomes. Lysosomes are very important, but in ancient days scientists doesn't know the work of lysosomes. Okay, so what can we do? So lysosomes are very tiny and sac-like structures. Very sac-like structures. These are very important cell organelles. Why? Because it has some enzymes in it. Some of the enzymes present in it. So, in other sense, the waste materials, poisonous materials are collected by the lysosomes, and it will denature that unwanted materials of the cell, and it will get it and it will send out from the body. Sometimes it has some enzymes that is known as a destructive enzymes. Destructive enzymes. And other sense we call it as a digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes. So very important issue. Which can digest it. So intercellular, it is internal part of the cell. The waste materials and poisonous materials will be collected, or it will conserve, it will take into it, and it will release some destructive or digestive enzymes, and it will denature that poisonous and waste materials. It means waste material will be collected by the lysosome. And it releases destructive or digestive enzymes. So, inner digestion can take place by the lysosomes. Intercellular digestion antam dani. Emantam dani? Intercellular digestion. Intracellular digestion. Inner cellular digestion. Okay, cellular digestion. Digestion takes place. Inter means in between the cells, but within the cell. Okay, so within the cell it takes place. So the digestion takes place within the cell. Within the cell. So this is most important one. Okay. So by the lysosomes can digest the waste materials and the unwanted materials of the cell, and it will clean that environment, cytoplasm of the accumulation of the waste materials will be cleaned by that lysosome, and that's why it is playing key role. Okay, so and then it will release us from the outer side of the cell. This is most important. Sometimes it become into very poisonous to the cell. Why? Because it will convert and it will take the poisonous material inside of the cell's lysosome. Ante here vachinatuvanti waste materials avannini kuda teeskoni digest chese kramanlo sometimes it will get burst. The lysosomes get burst. It means if the lysosomes get burst in the cell, within the cell, total cell will be killed. So total cell will causes death. Okay, that's why it is called as a suicidal bags. Suicidal bags of the cell. Suicidal bags of the cell. Very important. Okay, now. So don't forget, lysosomes play important role in the digestion or restriction of unwanted materials of the cell. Okay, so if in case sometimes the lysosomes get burst, total cell death will take place. That's why we call it as a suicidal bag. It has some enzymes. That enzymes are known as destructive enzymes or digestive enzymes. Okay, so we will learn more about the lysosomes in coming classes. Okay. Next cell organelles are vacuoles. So vacuoles are rich in the plant cells. We know very well. Vacuoles are rich in plant cells. Okay. So it plays very important role in plant cells. If you observe the animal cell, we cannot observe that much of abundant or large vacuoles. There is a very tiny vacuoles we can observe in the earlier stage of the nucleus. Early stage of the cells. After that, it cannot shown by the cell, by animal cells. But in plant cell, if you observe the plant cells, the plants can show the largest vacuoles in it. Largest vacuoles in it. Very important. So that vacuoles plays main key role in osmosis, the transferring of water and minerals in the plant cell. So it has a large vacuoles in the plant cells. This is the vacuole. This vacuole, if you observe the structure of vacuole, the vacuole is filled with a fluid. That is, the fluid is known as a vacuolic fluid. Vacuolic fluid. Vacuolic fluid. So these vacuolic fluid get saturated by the water of the soil. In the process of osmosis, it helps in the absorption of water from the soil. Okay, why? Because water will get penetrated by the osmosis process. So okay, the absorption of water will take place within roots. The root cells of the vacuole can get water by the process of osmosis, and it will sent by the xylem into the xylem vessels, and the water conduction takes place within the plant's body with the help of vacuole. Vacuole plays key role in that absorption of water. Are you understand? Yes. Now once again, animal cells can have a tiny vacuoles in it, but plant cells can have a abundant vacuoles or large vacuoles in it. So sometimes if you observe, if the size of vacuole increases, which is present in the center of the cell, nucleus, it will definitely moves towards the walls of the cell. అంటే ఇది vacuole అనేది పెరగడం వల్ల ఈ యొక్క న్యూక్లియస్ అనేది సెల్ సైడ్ కూడా మూవ్ చేయగలుగుతుంది vacuole. That's the amazing thing. Next one, the vacuole has a